Welcome to Pregnancy, Week by Week with Andrea. I'm Andrea Faulkner-Williams, owner and co-founder of Tubby Todd Bath Company. This year we are expecting our fourth baby. I know, our fourth. We can't wait to add another Tubby baby to our home. In the meantime, I'm working on being pregnant. I'm feeling the ups and downs and highs and lows that come with it all. I want to share with you the tips and tricks I've learned throughout my 4 pregnancy journeys. I hope you not only find them helpful, but more than anything, you remember that you've got this, mama. I'm so excited to be on this baby growing journey with you. Hello and welcome to Pregnancy, Week by Week with Andrea. I am Andrea Faulkner-Williams, co-founder and head mama at Tubby Todd Bath Co. And I am here taking you through some week by week tips and tricks for pregnancy. And today I want to talk about all of the weird things that happen to your body when you're pregnant. I remember during my first pregnancy looking around at everyone else and thinking, are you kidding me? How come no one is talking about all of the weird / gross / embarrassing things that are happening to our bodies when we're pregnant? And is this happening to everyone else, or is it just me that feels kind of like a gremlin? As time has gone on, I have realized that lots of strange things can happen to your body when you're pregnant. Things grow in weird places you never knew could happen. There are warts and there is hair and there is swelling in places that you didn't know was imaginable. And so if this is your first pregnancy, I wanted to tell you that yes, this is normal and it is happening to everyone else. And I even wanted to share a story with you today that I might regret later, but I'm just gonna put it out there and we'll see how it goes. When I was pregnant with our 3rd child, I had a really hard time with incontinence. So incontinence is when you lose control of your bowels or your ability to hold your urine in. So with my first 2 pregnancies, because of the pressure and then also of just being pregnant and then also the deliveries, I tore through my rectal area. I had a really hard time with recovery and did a lot of physical therapy and crazy things to try and regain strength in that area. And this is a problem for a lot of pregnant women and also a lot of women after they've had children. So when I was pregnant with my 3rd child, I realized in my 3rd trimester that the pressure of the pregnancy started to affect my ability to be able to hold in my bathroom. So in the past, when I would have that urge to go to the bathroom, I knew I needed to go right away. But there were no warning signs towards the middle to end of my 3rd trimester with my 3rd pregnancy. And one especially humiliating night, I was driving to a date with my husband, and we are Latter-day Saints, so occasionally we'll go to a worship service on the weekends or during the week at what we call the temple, and we get dressed up in our nice clothes, and my husband and I were gonna go to dinner, and it was kind of like our last date before we had the baby. So I was all dressed up and I was meeting him from work halfway on the freeway. And on the way there, I had an accident, like a 2-year-old has an accident. And he called me, he's like, "Where are you? I'm waiting for you at the temple." And I was like, "I'm across the street at Ross Dress for Less." And he's like, "What is going on?" And I burst into tears, not wanting to tell him what was going on, but obviously I can't not tell people what's happening in my life. Here I am divulging it all with you. And I let him know that I had had this accident and that not only did I feel humiliated to tell him, you know, as we're like trying to go on our last date, but also just really out of control, like I had no control of my body and that I didn't even recognize myself. And I'll never forget how sweet he was on the other end of that phone, because he can be really silly and kind of poke fun, but he stopped and he heard my voice and how sincere I was. And he was like, "I am so sorry that happened to you," because he knew that this really was a humiliating thing for me and left me feeling not like a woman, not like an adult, but more like a child and more just like, honestly, like crap. And so it was a really sweet moment, and he was like, "Do what you need to do and we'll meet up in a little bit, take your time." And it just made me think, I always go back to that moment of that kind of silence from him on the other end of the phone and him apologizing, "I am so sorry," it made me feel really respected that he recognized the sacrifice I was making on my body. And it also really validated the fact that he understood that this was not an easy experience for me. So if you have any gross, disgusting, horrifying things that are making you feel less than beautiful, maybe less than a woman or less than an adult at this point in your life, my heart goes out to you. And I want to tell you that you've got this. This is not going to last forever. Most things on our bodies can be repaired, and those things that cannot be repaired will stand as a reminder of the beautiful sacrifice we made for our little ones. And also, if that doesn't help at all, what you really should do is watch What to Expect When You're Expecting. I don't think there's a better depiction of third trimester and the horrors that happen to your body than Elizabeth Banks when she's at that pregnancy expo and she breaks down. I tried to show it to some of my coworkers who haven't had children, and I don't think the humor resonated as well. So if you're in a dark body place where a lot of gross things are happening, go to that, watch that, and at least we can laugh at this point because there's not much else we can do. Sending you all of my love from my second trimester, in whatever trimester you're in, and letting you know that you've got this. And thank you for watching Pregnancy with Andrea. I hope you are having the best day. That's so good.